I find that most people have a grade school understanding of the Bible and what it teaches. As young children, many of us attend some kind of Sunday school to learn the basics. Most religious education comes to a sudden stop after grade school. By the time we are teens, we are no longer interested in going to church. For the rest of our lives, we look at religion and God through the eyes of a child. Most of what is handed down through our pastors is essentially an expanded version of our grade school Bible education. Most people don't read the Bible, even when they read the Bible. For example, most people think the Bible teaches that God created the universe in the book of Genesis, when in fact the Bible contains no account of the creation of the universe. Most people think that God created planet Earth in the Genesis account of creation, when in fact Earth already existed when the story begins, and the Bible tells us that it already existed. Every time I make this claim, my minister and lay friends object and demand that I prove it. So here's the proof. The Bible starts with the words, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." After I read the first line, my friends usually say, "See, you were wrong." But then there's the second line. "Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters." The second sentence opens with the words, "And now the earth was." The earth was already here. It was in a disorganized condition, but it already existed. The passage talks about there being darkness over the surface. It mentions water. It tells us that God was hovering over this water. The Bible does not use the word create as in create from nothing. The Bible uses the word create in the same way we would say someone created a new work of art or created a new model of a car. In both cases, creation is using existing raw materials to create something useful. This is a simple example, but an important one because it demonstrates how our thinking influences what we think we are reading. The Bible is filled with truths hidden in plain sight because people are reading it through the fog of their past learning. The Revelare is designed to clear the fog because the fog leads most people to believe doctrine and live lives that don't lead to their eventual goal of the afterlife in heaven. The Revelare will not only clear away the fog of false beliefs and practices, but will clarify the principles that lead to a better life and an eventual place in heaven. Most of what I've written here, I've taught in small circles for years. At first, I did not write this book because many of the ideas felt incomplete. It turns out that I needed more experience in life to grasp what some of the passages were trying to teach me. Until I gained that right experience, I struggled to write the words. For the past few years, I was simply lacking courage. I have done a lot of work in and out of the mainstream church community. The mainstream church community holds some pretty wrong ideas about God and the purpose of the Christian life. These ideas have led a lot of people to abandon the formal church community and classify themselves as, quote, spiritual but not religious, unquote. How does one address the doctrinal challenges of the mainstream churches in a way that does not alienate them? How does one remain a vital part of a church community after telling that community that many of its core beliefs are false and have no place? I believe that the Revelare, Truth Hidden in Plain Sight, is an important book that can open up a life of faith to multitudes that struggle to find a better understanding of God and their purpose in life. I believe the Revelare contains hidden truths in plain sight that have the potential to change the lives for the better and to empower a whole new generation of Christians with the ability to positively affect the world they live in. Bold claims, I know, but I have seen the transformational power of these truths on ordinary lives. The Revelare is Latin for reveal. This book simply reveals some very powerful ideas, but these ideas only have the power to change your life when you set aside old assumptions and embrace the truth that has been hiding in plain sight. This book is a journey that I would like to take with you. It's more than just a book of ideas, it is a book of principles that will improve every aspect of your life through the power of a loving God.